anyone who is very kind of like entwined with a cultural type of family like setting knows that sometimes there's a lack of emotional intelligence. There's a lack of like being able to kind of address certain emotions when it comes up, depending on the situation. And that was the space that I was in. You know, my family was loving and being able to provide me a roof, being able to provide me food, and making sure that I was clean to go to school along with my siblings. But when it came to sitting down and talking about emotions, whether if it was love, sad, you know, mad, there wasn't that much of an intelligence there to kind of like share along to us. So growing up, you know, it was a battle in the sense of kind of like going through those emotions and having to figure out how to like really cope with those emotions. And, you know, I found myself trying to fill the void of how to like cope with those emotions with folks that I met in a very toxic environment.
Mm.
There are different terms to what people consider that. In my end, it was like living in the projects. In the projects, you have folks that are from all different backgrounds, but not sometimes not the healthiest. But it is what it is. You know, I'm grateful for that experience. I was very big into music. From a very early on age, I was very big into music. I played the trumpet for part of my elementary school, and you know, I also played part of the piano as well too. But when I hit 15, I grew a passion to turntables. I don't know what it was, but I grew a passion to turntables, and to this day, I still got my setup. But back then, it was love. It was love that I was able to use to kind of like escape from those emotions that I was having a hard time dealing with. And I was
Mhm.
not able to find that closure or peace within my parents. So DJing introduced me to some type of like an art in me that I didn't even know existed. I met the friends that I mentioned earlier not too long ago that were not so healthy, the toxic friends, you know, suggested that, you know what, let's throw house jams. So I started throwing house jams when I was 15. I would go and use my friends' houses